I recognize the person of the chairperson today, being Mrs. Anaroke'S, who of course is former, but always former director, Human Resources and International Council. I recognize the person of that Amuche, former FOC Nigerian Navy Security. I recognize the person of Mrs. Bukola, who happens to represent the Commissioner for Commerce, Trade and Cooperative. And then she's a specialist in the area of cooperative management in the state. And then a wonderful Hall of Famer too, who is one of the guest speakers today, Mrs. Temilade Oguni. And then the person of Mrs. Comfort Agoka, Zonal Commander Natu, presented here by our brother here, Mr. Charles, yes? Welcome you all. And then I take time to also recognize every woman and every group that has deemed this event of today very important. It is not easy, especially on a weekday, to call for an event and you have people around to honor that event. And then also, it is my also privilege to also recognize various schools that are here today. We're expecting 3 different schools here today. And then especially designed to also have them around, because when we're talking about career management and career mentorship, while we do peer-to-peer mentorship and some other things, I think we need younger ones to be in our midst to be able to learn. A testimony I would like to share in that regard is that in 2020, there was a particular, we had a group of schools that came from Badagry and some other places here. Eventually, one of the girls here emerged, a very big pageant in the country, where she went for contest. And then all that she learned from here, she confessed. In fact, the testimony she did that very day there, she learned from the mentorship program she attended here. And another girl again is a girl who emerged, the president of student president at Lima University, was our mentee here. In fact, we featured her on Facebook and a good number of other social media platforms for a very long time. That she said she was inspired by the mentorship grooming she got here. So I think it's enough for. It is right for one to say it is important to have younger ones like this. And then today is a special day we're marking. Usually every 8th of every March, we celebrate International Women's Day. Of course, we know that it is a culture handed out to us by United Nations. And then we celebrate women globally. And the idea is to see, do a kind of, reflection to see where the progress of women in the area of home management, in the area of career, political, professionalism, and many other areas. And then this year's theme is called, Accelerate Action. And then we, in our usual style here, we usually have our own local team. This year we have it as voice, #voice plus what? Action. Plus action equals to impact. Yes. The idea behind that, to help accentuate what the international team says, accelerate action. Women have been quiet for too long. Forget about going to the market, doing everything you're doing, quiet for too long. A lot of things happen. They say it's a man's world, but I keep telling people it's not a man's world. It's everybody's world. That you're married to a man in the house doesn't mean, all freedom you have as a woman have been taken off you. No, I do not support that. Once in a while, you support your husband as should be. It's an action you're taking. And then I am one person who runs it. For me, I run a democratic home. Whatever I do, I let the woman know if I have a wife at home. Thank God I have. I let her know what I'm doing. We think through whatever we're doing and then come up with something. It doesn't mean that if her advice is not good enough, I will say, because she said no. We go through certain things. That's what they go, validation and verification. Okay? But the most important thing is that it is time women stood up for good action. I'll give you an example of what's happening in political scene today. I mentioned a little of this last year in Abuja. Natasha today is going through hell, all because she insisted on seeing things done the way she done. And the good about people said, oh, she has taken too much, she's a woman. On top of that, she's alleging, I am not too sure, she's alleging sexual harassment. But was saying that women should be given that voice talk. And then I asked, how many women in all the women's group in Nigeria? Although lately some of them came, but how many, we expect that things like the women should begin to talk. Incidentally, a good number of the women who are up there don't even talk. Lately, the Kingsley started supporting her. You remember in Abuja, the Kingsley issue came up, where her SA came and said nobody supported the mother, her mother. Now we're having the same thing here, and it's been happening everywhere. We are saying in situations like this, women should support their own. It's important. But the most important thing is that as a whole of fame, we are calling for government to do what? Do thorough investigation of this woman's sexual harassment allegation. Remember that John Newman, former MD of NEDC, alleged the same sexual harassment about Aquabio. It was swept under the carpet. This one's alleging the same thing again. And a lot of our Nollywood women, once in a while, mention, but they are sometimes just about trying to maybe catch food. But we're saying, when it is serious like this, we must, take something, do something serious about it. So we are calling on government to do what? To launch a thorough investigation into this sexual harassment allegation. So that it will begin to stop people from taking advantage of women because they want to, offer them one job or the other. We also know men to take advantage of men, but we're talking about one that's more prevalent. So this year I want to say that as we accelerate action, add voice and add action, and then you get impact. So I congratulate you all for being here today, and then we'll have an array of wonderful guest speakers here who will say things that will touch your life, touch your career, touch your business in different ways. I'm a he for she. Kingsley, are you a he for she? You know what the he for she means? Oh, you don't even know. A he for she means a man who supports women. Do you support women? Chijoke, do you support women? I know I brought you up, you must support women. So cameraman, do you support women? You do? Photo? You support women? Of course, I took you to Abuja, so you must support women. So thank you very much at this point.